Hello. I didn't mean to accidentally start it now. I'm still kind of setting up, as you can tell, maybe. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Give me one minute. There we go. Got the stream. Got the stream code up. So if you want to save 20% on any pink Game Boy I have in stock, which is 3 of them, you can use code PINK at checkout to save 20%. It will end at the end of stream, so use it now if you want to use it. My monitor / TV is crooked and also kind of in frame. So there we go. That's better. Still in frame, but whatever. Okay. Today we are doing some N64 mods. If you couldn't tell, we I have started on a lot of them. I'm about halfway through them. I started them on Friday. They have been deep cleaned and all the shells have been strewn about. And yeah, I did all the soldering. I've not tested any of the boards or any of the mods, but we are going to do a bunch of the mods. We're just going to finish them up. So unless something is broken, no soldering today. Hopefully, my goal is that all of these work and I don't have to do anything more to them other than put them together, and then I can do all of them on stream. And then they can all go up for sale at the end, and you can buy them at retroremaster.com. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly how I want to do this. I think I might want to get all of them somewhat set up in the shells and then test them. But yeah, I think we'll start with prepping all of the shells to be ready for the boards, because I still need to like put the flaps in. Whoa, put the flaps for the cartridge slot in, put the buttons back in, all that stuff. Well, no, actually these don't either. Never mind. Sold? You saying you want one, Zeke? Because I will have I'll have 9 of them hopefully done in the next 2 to 3 hours, and they'll be up for sale. I feel like my hat's a little low. So I'm really not gonna waste any more time on this. I really should have ate lunch before, but all I did was eat a piece of bread. A large piece of bread, but just one piece of bread nonetheless. So I will yeah, I'll go over the poll, and I will go over the well, I kind of already went over the sale, but I'll go over the poll, and then we'll say we'll do roll call. So if you want to, if you want me to say hello to you, if you want me to say your name out loud, say something in chat right now, like Zeke and Andy and Josh have. But yeah, let's go over the poll real quick. We got, actually, I'll bring my mouse over here. How well does it slide? Not very well. Silicone mats, not good for mouse pads. But we'll go here. No, I don't want to end the poll. Okay. I asked, do you have a 3D printer? Just because I was curious. There's some 3D printed parts in here that I guess I can go over right now. Like the for the AV and HDMI out, I print these pieces now because they have the cutout. And then I have a little riser that goes underneath the mod board, so you don't have to trim the shell, which is really nice because it always takes up a lot of time trimming the shell. So I print these now in just a little black PLA. And since I was printing them yesterday, I was just thinking about 3D printing. I've been doing a lot of 3D printing and curious. So I asked, and 8% of you have many. 23% of you have one, 31% don't have one but want one, and 38% do not need one. So, yeah, it's not for everybody, and if you ever need something printed, you can always buy it from people who print it, like PCBWay. They're not sponsoring this stream, but they are a sponsor of the channel. But I will leave this poll going, see what happens by the end of the stream, but I guess we only got a few people who want to say hello. If you want me to say hello later, then I'll say hello later. But we got Zeke, Andy, Josh, and my father, and I'll say hello to my mom because I know she's gonna be watching very soon if she's not already. Hello, how you guys doing? By the way, the GBA gift for my buddy went great. My personal transplant, on the other hand, rip RAM chip. Oh man, RIP. Hello, James. Glad to see you're in here. Numbers are going up now, so I'm sure there's a lot of people who will be coming in shortly. Yes, everybody say hello to my mom and my dad. Your resin printer? You have a resin printer? You have a resin printer, you have a UV printer, and a filament-based printer. It's a lot of printers, Josh. You probably have a 2D printer as well. I had two 3D printers because I had my A1 and then I got the P1S, but I just sold my A1, well, A1 Mini. So, yeah. But you'll see a video about that has to do a little bit with my A1 Mini, I guess, soon on the second channel. Anyways, I really don't want to waste any more time, so let's get into it. Actually, BRB, I need some chapstick. I forgot to do that. Also, I will give a fair warning here. Because like Draco HP7 says, from the forest, it's hot out here. Or it be hot out here. There's a heat wave going across the Pacific Northwest this weekend. Yesterday was in the 90s. Today is also going to be in the 90s. It is already... How warm is it already? Never when I want it to tell me the weather. Windows never tells me the weather. It is already 87? It's noon. Oh my gosh. Okay. While I do have the luxury of AC in this apartment, it is not vented throughout. It's not central AC. There's an AC in the living room, and there's AC in the bedroom right next to me, and I have it pointed at the door, and The fan pointed into here to reduce the noise, but hopefully still get some of the same effects. So if I start to overheat, I'm going to shut down the stream because we do have a lot to do and it's going to take a while. So N64s may not be finished on the stream, or maybe not all of them. Fair warning. All right, let's get into it. The trees are my sunscreen. I hope there's a lot of tree coverage then, Draco. CNC coming in? Oh my gosh. I have a glorious crafting space. I'm sure you do. You should send me pictures, Josh. Okay. Anyways, let's go top down and take a sip. Retro Rich isn't here, at least maybe not saying anything. Take a sip of Diet Pepsi for him. Let's get started. All right. Actually, first things first. One of the shells, one of the N64s will need an original shell. So, is it this one? Hold on. I'm upping the ISO real quick so you can see these a little better since they're dark. I only need one of these. They're both a little rough. You think the left side or the right side should be the top shell we use? These are the two best looking ones I have, believe it or not. One of them has a more rough badge on the front, but that can be taken care of. That can be swapped. I'll show this off. This badge will be on the final one no matter what. This has less scratches on the front, but I guess it's pretty comparable on the top. What are we thinking? The right? Right looks good. Not ready for pictures? I don't care. Look at, I mean, you can't even see how messy my desk truly is right now. And the rest of my space ain't too clean either, so. Left looks like it has dents. There's no dents. I mean, I guess, yeah, there's a little bit of a divot there. People are saying right. Okay, that one's the scratched up jewel, so I will attempt to remove that. Okay. Everything else was easy enough for me to choose between, but I figured I'd leave this one up to the stream. So I appreciate it. Oh my good lord. The glue on this one is apparently stronger by a lot. What the? I'm like bending my tweezers. Trying to push this out. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely stiffer. I got it out. Okay. This is the top half we will use. And I guess we will start there. Because we need to put in the reset button. Come on. Cool. And the power switch. we can put this in, but really won't matter until later. We're gonna take it off anyways. And I already trimmed down the edge pieces here for the region free side of things. Believe it's like that. Yeah. Okay. Also, fair warning. Expect a little bit of noise. Mostly warning for the headphone users. Since I'm doing 9 of these and there are a lot of screws, I will be using this guy, so there will be noise. And now that is a region-free top half. Cool. And I guess while we're here, can't really see it, but just putting these guys in. In case any of my customers have a N64 DD, you can properly screw it in. Okay. I guess we could do these one at a time like this. I'll have to start a pile of the feet. Do that on the desk here. One thing I also would like to say now, I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but this may very well be my last run of N64s. With the release of the Analog 3D and the release of the M64, I think there's just going to be too much competition, and if sales have been slowing down, but then they picked it back up a couple weeks ago. All the remaining ones I had that were not selling sold like that. So maybe things turn around a little bit. But there's a chance that this is the last run of these for me. So just wanted to mention that real quick. That is like this. Yes, okay. That makes sense. Then we put it in like that. Cool. And then we can get one of these. You know, I might do some Kapton tape for these. And I think that would be a smart idea, because I think that's what I've done before. I feel like the double-sided tape is kind of harming this more than it's helping it. Makes it so it's not as flat. I'm gonna remove that real quick. See if that makes a difference or not. I feel like that helps a bit. So I'm going to definitely use some Kapton tape here. There we go. I like that a lot more. Just gonna slow me down a little bit to do that with every single one of these. And we can drop this in here with one of these. Then slot that in there. Lock it down. Make sure that's all soldered down. Everything looks correct. And then I should probably grab a test game. Yeah, I do think that FPGA systems are the next step. I'm not opposed to it. I just prefer original hardware. I think the challenge of making original hardware play better is fun. Cause like, I don't know. I just bought the analog 3D and it's better. It's like, okay, where was the fun in that? I know a lot of people are like, playing the games is the fun in that, but that's not how I operate. That's what I was grabbing, but I also need to get... I think it'll be easier if I test them all in batches later. So I'm going to put this down on the ground, and I think I'm also going to put this down on the ground. And then move on to the next one, which we'll start with this one right here. Now that I've done it once, I will probably skip through a lot of this a lot faster. Anything else I need to do to this side? No. Reset. Whoa. Almost lost the power switch there. Sale today should be a pin chat. We are doing a sale, or I am doing a sale. I don't know why I do that. I'm the only one in this company. I am doing a sale on all the pink Game Boys that I have in stock, which is 3 of them. And before anybody asks, no, the Gengar one does not count. That just has pink buttons and a pink lens. That's a part of theming, because he's a psychic Pokemon. but the ones with pink shells. I have a pink macro, the last macro that I have, that will probably be the end of macros. And then I've got a all pink Game Boy Color. And then I've got a pink Game Boy Pocket. Oh my good lord. Cool. Good on the top half there. Okay, capped on tape. A Pocket does not play GBC games. Pocket only plays original Game Boy and those like black cartridges that are colorized for GBC, but yeah. Hence why they don't always sell, but that's also why they are the lower price. Okay, there's that, and metal, and board. I need to like throw a bunch of these over here in my face so I remember to do them. So I almost did another one of these without this piece. There we go. Then come on. There we go. Next one. What in the Pocket Color is cool. Don't get me wrong. But you're giving the Game Boy Pocket, right? You're giving a Game Boy Color worse battery life. That's my problem with it. And honestly, I feel like it's worse form factor because it's thinner and smaller and not as comfortable in the hands, in my opinion. But to each their own. And you're paying a lot more for that. You're paying a lot more for less battery life and a, depending on the person, less comfortable experience. But then again, my go-to Game Boy Color is my Game Boy Pocket Color. So, because it's cool. It is very cool. Anyways. I'm putting them in with no springs. No. Come on. There we go. Is it this one? This way? I believe so. I was like, that's not right. Okay. And one of these. But also one of these. I have not done the Poco Plus. I wanted to, and I feel like me and Natalie talked about doing a video, but then it just never went through. But I have not done one. Wouldn't mind doing one, but it's also kind of hard for me because I've done like 3 pocket color videos now. At least I've done 3 different variations of it, and it's cool and all, but I think the horse is dead. At least for videos on my channel. Unless something like more revolutionary comes out. I feel like that's all I need. Okay. It's crooked. There we go. That's better. Three down, 6 to go. Why do I have a poll asking if we own a 3D printer? Because I always have a poll on the stream. And that was the question I thought of today. I usually try and relate it to the stream or something, some current event, but I've done a lot of polls. A lot of polls over the years. And it's probably okay for me to reuse some. But it's just kind of a question I make up on the spot that's not really that important. Why do I... Sometimes when I am looking at these, like with the clear shell options, I do it backwards. Because I can still see the lines, the structural lines. And then I'm just like, oh yeah, no, this is the correct orientation. No. You also back at the X Tool Wonder Press. What is the X Tool Wonder Press? Also, I have two, if you couldn't tell, I'm gonna have two jungle green ones available. Why? Okay, I'm gonna bust out the LT2 screwdriver because the magnet is just unmatched here. And I really need a good magnetized bit for this. I love this guy, but I just need it to be as magnetized as this screwdriver. Really what I want is an LTT automatic screwdriver. Heat press 3D foam and craft oven. form. Custom mold, yeah. That's one thing I've always wanted to do is like make molds and make like the stuff that like Lab 15 does with buttons. That'd be cool to do. But it's also a lot of work. But it would be really cool to make my own buttons. But speaking of making my own things, I made my very first loaf of sourdough bread thanks to my sister. And I don't think I ever want to buy another loaf of bread again. Because I put almost everything on sourdough. I don't really care for sourdough French toast though, so I think I may buy loaves of bread for French toast mornings. But other than that, sandwich bread, a side of bread, there's no need to buy any more bread. No more sourdough bread for me. It was delicious. I mentioned at the beginning, all I had was a slice of bread, since breakfast. That was a slice of my own bread, and it's amazing. And then I just bought a bread knife and bread box. Came in yesterday. I'm excited. I'm happy. Just doing a little organizing to hopefully make this go by faster. Ooh, that's not a pleasant noise. That's not what I wanted to throw. Oh well. Just gonna shuck these bags real quick. Hopefully speed up the process a little bit. I agree with my mom. I also have a great selection of merch. If you want to buy some shirts, some very basic button test cartridges, and of course my game Mashed. Physical copies, digital copies, all sorts of copies. RetroRemaster.com. Oh, that ripped in half. Even Josh is wearing one of my shirts right now, 10 out of 10. Guess what? So am I. You want a GB Vaporwave shirt, RetroRemaster.com. I also have other cool stuff. Stuff that I need to put back up on the website because Printify took them down. So hopefully I can get to that today. It's odd. They'll take down shirts for copyright reasons, but then they'll leave the sweatshirt versions up. Hello, Retro Rich. I'll do it again. I took a sip of Diet Pepsi for you earlier. Delicious. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Put that over there for a second. Swap to these guys. You're wearing the dark heather gray, or dark heather gray, whatever, however you say it. Okay. I think that needs to be loosened just a little bit because it's sticking right there. So. There we go. Cool. I would also like to mention, unfortunately, it's not doing too hot, but I posted a video on Friday, in case you missed it. It is a lot different from my normal content, but it is some of the most fun I've had in a long time making videos and working on projects. Oh mine. I made an Etch-a-Sketch that plays Pong. So after the stream, or heck, I don't even care if you leave the stream for 8 minutes to go watch that video. It's a good video. I had a lot of fun doing it. I think people will enjoy watching it. Hence why I made the video. And it's a follow-up to another one of my videos that didn't do so hot. But that's alright. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, I made a portable Pong machine 4-ish years ago that also didn't do very well views-wise, but another project I was proud of, and it's pretty much the V2 of this. Okay. Kids don't know what an Etch Sketch is, let alone Pong. Correct. Most of my audience is older than me. I grew up with a couple of doctors' offices that had Etch Sketches in them, so that's mainly how I know it. I was never any good at the Etch Sketch stuff, but it just looks like it would fit a Pong machine very well, and it kind of does. Yeah, 34. Sigh. I'm knocking on 30. My parents will roll their eyes at that, but it's true. The ripe age of 27.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
I appreciate it. Yeah, my dad was 7 when he had me. Anybody believe that? Well, he didn't have me. My mom did. I'm his kid too. Anyways, he's my biological father. Don't want anyone to get that wrong. It's right there. Screw. And other than getting my finger stuck, that's good. Boom. Take that out. Kapton tape it. I'm gonna just cut a few pieces of Kapton tape here. Looks as though I may need. Uh-oh. Just made a roll of tape there. And it may just be easier to make a new one. Nope. Okay, there we go. Well, I might have to make a new one. Why does that not feel right? There we go. I swear I cleaned this. There's a piece of what looks like dead grass in that one. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think, well, putting this in. It's the last step. Okay, that's what I thought. I've got a couple more boards over here, which I think I only need one of them. Put that back over there. Come on. Do you know how RGRS on-demand UV printing works out? I've been trying to figure it out. I don't know, because I have not used that service. But I assume... Actually, I don't even know. I assume in some way, shape, or form, you send them what you want printed on the shell, and then they give you a quote. I don't know. I really don't know. So I'm gonna shut my mouth now before I say something wrong. But I do know you can save some. You should probably be able to save some money with code Jake on that as well. I don't know if they'll accept the coupon code on that, but I would hope that's not excluded. Time is it? It is 1:20. We've been going for about an hour. I feel like making decent time. Let me get that out of the way. I really wish that the people who sold these shells would just do this part. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't have this part done. Especially like the buttons and stuff. Like, really? You can't put the power switch and the reset button in? That's too difficult. The memory card cover, it's all too difficult. It's not horrible when I'm doing Like if you're doing just one of these, you know, like if you're doing this as a personal mod, but if you're doing many of them like I am, it's a bit annoying. I mean I would like to mix and match, but one thing I've learned, at least for my sales, is people prefer the original colors over cool color combos. No matter how many times they say, "Oh my gosh, it looks so cool," 9 times out of 10 they're gonna pick the indigo GBA that looks like a stock Game Boy Advance when the screen's off. So. Which, I mean, it kind of makes it easier on me, especially like Game Boy Advance stuff, because I don't have to search for a better button color combo, but I still do it because I like it. Yeah, I don't want to sit. I don't want something to sit for 2 to 3 weeks, or 2 to 3 months. The full disclosure. Oh, hold on a second. The full or the real reason why I have the pink ones for sale today is because the pink Game Boy Pocket is sat for literally years. And I'm ready to sell it. Plus, pink just does not sell as well with a 95% male audience. But then again, my sales audience not the same entirely as my viewers audience. Which is very weird to me, since majority, if not all of my marketing is, well, I mean, all of the marketing that I actually do is on social media, either this channel or my Instagram. Yet, I'll get people who don't even know that I have a YouTube channel that buy stuff from me, which is cool, but it's just like, is my Google SEO that good? beautiful. Welcome, DC. Oh, I guess this one still had some supports on it. This must be an older one. So I feel like my prints yesterday did not have that kind of support. Anyways. Both of my arms are still on, so we're still going. I got a sale going. That's my new thing, Rich. I'll use that as a... Oh, I need this. I'll use your comment as an opportunity to chill for myself. I am now doing sales on stream, but they only are active during stream. And you can only get the code if you watch stream, which is pinned. There should be a pinned comment. Is there not a pinned chat? Or is it just, does YouTube hide it so it's not obvious? Do I need to start putting a banner on the screen? If so, I'll have to look into that. I don't know how to do that. Okay. And one more. Then we can test them. Okay. Code PINK to save 20% on any pink Game Boy on the website. Pink Shell Game Boy. Gengar does not count. Even though I'm the one that has to clean up after stream, it's very satisfying just to throw pieces off the edge that you don't need. I mean, honestly, it's a better system than trying to find a spot on the table or the floor for me to put the things I don't need away, and then I still have to clean that up at the end of stream, so might as well just yeet it. And now that we're on the last shell, you may be wondering, Jake, why are there still extra pieces? That would be because I bought 10 N64s, but one of them is rusted beyond repair, so I have extra pieces. Okay, I don't know how I ended up with an extra screw there. I may have taken one from this pile instead of this pile. Cool. I have it correct. Still enough double-sided tape on there for it to stick. That's nice, I guess. And here we go. Metal piece, otherwise known as RF shielding, which is somewhat necessary. Still. Another little piece of dirt that never came off. Uno momento. Hopefully that doesn't affect anything. But now that we're here, let me clean up a little bit more. And then we'll get to testing. I don't think these are gonna fit in there. Nope. Okay, well. And just start putting all the extra pieces in there. And that's trash. We've got 1, 2, 3 of those. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more still in packaging. This can go over yonder. Oh. Got your blue OLED GBC and works amazing, but open it up to loosen screws. There's other AB in select start touchpads you soldered and wired. Do they do anything different. I'm a little confused. The OLED GBC, oh, I see. Yes, though they don't do anything different. Those were just that was a Game Boy motherboard that had it had corroded button pads. So those are replacements for those. They go on top of it, and that brings the functionality back, because even though I cleaned it up as best I could, they had eaten away too much of the gold contacts. So those just replace them, so you can use the buttons again, and the board doesn't end up in the waste bin. Yeah, I was a little confused because I'm like, there's no button controls for the screen mod on that. Yeah, which, if you didn't know, touch screen for controls on that. Sorry, the screws were loose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But then again, I do have a screw loose up here. So one of these will get an original jumper pack. You can't see it; they're all off camera here. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. But for testing, we will use this. And I think I'm just going to I think I'm just gonna test them without setting up the capture card. I think it's just gonna be easier that way. I apologize. But yeah, we're an hour, almost an hour and a half into the stream, so I would like to just keep things moving. So I'm just gonna plug it in and test, and I'll tell you whether or not there's anything on screen. I also think I'm going to stand for a little bit. And I think that's everything we need to get it started. I'll flip the source, HDMI 3. We are rocking and rolling. I guess I need a controller. Which I guess I should probably be testing the controls anyway to make sure they work. And since I don't know anything about this game, I'm gonna get a different test cartridge. You guys are probably familiar with this game, as am I. Do I need to re-clean it? Because the last game was red. But now you're not working? There was definitely some dirt on that one, so. There we go. Sound's working. Controller works. Cool. There's one. Whoa. I wonder if there is a way I could like easily. And you know what? I will plug in the capture card. Yeah, I'm gonna take the main cam, the face cam down. Okay. Gotta flip back to HDMI 2 so then I can also see it. We're just gonna do that. And I can undo it later. But that way, you should be able to see it on screen. There we go. And then boom. It's not going to be properly cut, but this is the best and easiest way I can do it. But that does make it so I cannot hear it. So I don't know if sound works. Yep, these still have the AV hookups. So it is totally, it can run as a stock N64 or the modded one. Sorry, I just had like a blank there. 3 hidden. Is this the EVGA capture card? I think so. So when I turn that on, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it or not. I have no idea if you can hear that. Oh, yes, okay. Capture card audio with this mod does not work. This is not something that will work well for streaming, or like maybe it's different with different capture cards, but at least my capture cards does not like the audio. So I can at least test that the audio's working. But for capturing gameplay, it will not sound great. Okay. Hopefully this will go a lot faster now. And we can test it and you guys can see it and hear it. I can see it and hear it. Oh, Okay, you knew that you knew that I didn't have a controller. Why read now? There we go. Cool. I wonder if it probably does work if you do it through a splitter. But for this stream, I'm not whipping that out. I do have a HDMI splitter though. That's the downside to these high-speed Edo mods is they don't work well with capture cards, and then some of like the GameCube ones. I mean, even it doesn't always work with every TV brand. I don't know why. I don't know what they did, but okay. So this one, I'll give it a few minutes here, or a few seconds. It does not look like it's working. I don't know. I don't think it's the soldering. Everything on here looks fine. It lights up, which you can't see because it's... Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna... I just realized since that thing is blocking the screen, I'll just turn it on and then I can flip it to the other thing when it does pop up, or just in the top left is fine enough. Anyways, something's not working. I'm gonna try a different jumper pack just in case. No. Try a different game. Make sure it's all the way in there. I feel like the HDMI wasn't in all the way. Yeah, the HDMI wasn't in all the way. Okay. I thought something felt off about that. Cool. Cool. I was like, nothing looks wrong. Just didn't have the HDMI in all the way. pretty sure that's in all the way. Turn it on, and there we go. Rusty Russ, how you doing? Man. After this step, it's pretty much just going to be me putting a bunch of screws into these consoles. And that's where the arm will probably start to fall off. Because after a while, this will start to overheat, and I'll have to go to the LTT screwdriver, and it won't be so fun. Not support? What do you mean not support? Michael? Welcome. What in the world do you mean not support? What the flip? Maybe that'll change it? No? I think I'm gonna have to unplug it and plug it back in. What do you mean not support? No. No video. Well, it probably doesn't help when the power supply comes out that easily. There we go. Oh, I didn't test the controller. Cool. There we go. That was a bit of a struggle to get that one in, but it's always harder when you don't have everything screwed down. Come on. Come on. Try this again. Seriously? Okay. Nothing. Time to pull out the big guns. These things are amazing. Wow, that's much darker than it was 10 seconds ago. I think the cartridge just needs to be clean. I mean, it could be the cartridge slot. There we go. Oh. I think we have an issue with the cartridge slot. Oh, yeah, there's some dirt in there. Apologize for your ears. Okay. Seriously? There we go. Cool. Okay. Just dirty cartridge slot. I feel like the music is really loud right now. I think it's just for me. Okay. It's getting to that point where I'm like struggling to hear myself think. Two more. Two more. Michael. Mod Monday. It is. 'Tis Mod Monday. And controller. And on. Beautiful. And please let the last one be as smooth as this one. There. Actually, I'm gonna test the original jumper pack, and that will be going in the one with the original shell. Ooh, that felt crunchy. Let's yeah, let's clean this out. There was some dust built up in that jumper pack. Oh, I didn't swap it back, my bad. Grabbing an apple, can you get me one? I almost turned it on without like anything attached. Well, that's not right. There we go. Beautiful. I'll be right back. I'll reattach the face cam and then we'll get the screw in. All right. Whoa. My apologies. That was bad. That was my my camera microphone because I had to turn that on for hearing the sound. Anyways, fight announcer. Yeah, I was just being the announcer for Smash Bros. I was just doing my impression of the Smash Bros. Announcer. Anyways, from here, just gotta pop that in. And then we're gonna just screw a bunch of screws in. Honestly, you know what? I'm going to set this up so it makes everything a lot easier for me. I'm gonna go ahead and put all of these shieldings on. And then I'm just going to screw until my arms fall off. Yes, and this was the odd one that looks much different. I can't tell if it's a like a newer revision or if it's an older revision that I've just never seen before. And I really don't know anything about how this part screws in. And I'm just gonna say it's not necessary. Yeah, I don't think this is necessary, so I'm gonna discard it because this is the only one that has one of those. And it's just slowing me down. When I'm putting these on, I'm making sure that this isn't going to get smushed, and I'm making sure that this isn't going to get smushed either or put over a screw hole. Don't want any of them going over screw holes, because then that kind of ruins everything. There we go. Still not quite right. That one was weird. Oh, good lord. We're good. Though those screw holes came out a little bit. There we go. Make sure we're still good. Awesome. I like the blue one too. Surprisingly, hasn't sold as well as I thought, but I think it's a very pretty blue. It is hard to see what I'm doing sometimes when I'm working with it on this blue mat because it blends in so well. But it's a very pretty color. Last one. Sorry, I feel like somebody asked about colors earlier, and I totally read it, and I don't think I responded to it. I mean, they've been flashed across the screen by now, but we've got two jungle greens. We got an extreme green, which was the second to last one I just had. That sky blue. We've got the clear purple, clear black, a watermelon red, a plain clear over here, and a clear black. Did I say clear black? I don't know. Oh, this isn't clear black. This is the original shell. And it is an original shell. So, yeah. But now that I've done that, I can go around putting all the screws in. That one's a little rusty. I'm just going to put all the screws in the holes by hand. That one stuck to my finger. Are you on top chat or live chat? I'm confused. All of the none of the chats are restricted if that's what you're asking about. I don't have enough viewers to need to restrict it to the top chatters or whatever. I'm also not a huge streamer and I don't really know what I'm doing other than broadcasting what I normally do in my life anyways. I could put these guys in. On YouTube's studio chat. Oh, I guess it is top chat. Huh. I did not know there's a difference. I'm in live chat now. I guess I was in top chat. I do not see the difference though. I don't think there are any restricted messages. It's on OBS, I'm on live chat, I'm on top chat on the other one. But I'm glad that I now know that that's a thing. Okay. Oh, these are the two extras. I thought I put the two extras away. Okay. This is fun content, isn't it? But some of you seem to be entertaining yourselves just fine. Fine by me. The more chats I get, the more YouTube promotes the stream. So chat away. Don't spam, but chat away. Are you guys just like a bunch of friends that just join to chat with each other in YouTube chat instead of like Discord? Because honestly, kind of cool. If you're just chatting in here when you could be in a private Discord chat or something.
Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Okay, now got 2 more sets of screws to do. I mean, if I wasn't doing this, I would just be watching YouTube videos while I work. See, the problem is the 3D print did not do the screw holes very well, so I don't know how many of these are actually going to accept my screws. Yep, that's not gonna go in there. I have a P1S. See, my arms are just getting tired reaching out across, putting in all of these screws. It's kind of sad. But usually when I get to this step, I get up and move around the table instead of reaching out because it's easier on my arms. Which honestly, I may just shut the face cam off for a second and do that. Whew! I can add more screws later because I'm gonna need to take a break at some point for this, and I'm starting to get sweaty. So let's do this. That didn't sound great. Need an extra screw there. Okay. There we go. That one doesn't need it. Does my screwdriver get hot while charging? No. I'm gonna put this over there so it's not loud in your ears. And now I'm gonna put it over here, since you can't really see what I'm doing anyways. Yes, I have a video on the I think you mean half transmission screen, not the half transparent. But yes, I did a video on that 2 months ago. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the well, okay. Maybe I can. I'm gonna swap over to this guy for a second and do the little screws. Nice. Double nice. Okay. Gotta be gentle with these screws. It might be better for me to just do this. Okay, that one's just not working like at all. That one did not want to cooperate at all. Also, I'm getting to the point where I am getting very sweaty. Getting to the point where I want to quit, but I'm also like, I'm so close. Just want to finish so I can list them all and stream. But I also really should have ate lunch before I streamed. I just made my own past tense verb for this stream. Just 200 more screws. Yep. That's it. Just 200 more. Woo! Can you see my pit stains yet? Also doesn't help that this screwdriver is getting warming up my hands, warming up my body. It doesn't help. I guess this is where I can do my ASMR channel. I'm forcibly close to the microphone, so I'm whispering so I don't hurt your ears, but I'm already in the red sometimes. I said that earlier, I was screw loose. Oh, I didn't have that one in. Just gonna swap that one over so I don't have to reach as far. I do need it. I need a lunch break. I don't need a snacky snack break. I need to eat. Okay, before I pierce this thing. The tongue does help. Am I sticking my tongue out? Just because you said that, hot cows, I'm gonna leave the printer pull up. Cause hey, it's drastically changed. Not drastically. I don't know. I haven't checked it. Yeah, no, it's changed quite a bit. It's also 3 times the amount of votes on it since the beginning, so you never know. Since we got a lot more people in here since I mentioned it last, my most recent video on this channel didn't do so hot. So if you don't mind watching that after the stream, that'd be greatly appreciated. Because at this point, I think this stream is going to get more views than my last video. So please go watch that after this. Ready? Okay. I'm gonna do some manual screwing. I'm gonna quit screwing around. I'm gonna screw around because the automatic is getting very warm. Plus, it's honestly easier to put these ones in with a very magnetized bit. LTTstore.com, but not sponsored, unfortunately. And here's where I remember that the new shells are much more annoying to do. I think I'm just going to start a bunch of them, because I have to basically make the threads. These are not threaded, so it takes more force, and that is where my arms start to fall off. So we'll start a bunch of them, and then I can finish them with the electric one once it's cooled down a little bit. Yeah, keep it PG. I don't know what's going on, but let's keep it chill, ladies and gents. Yes, quick reminder that if you want a pink modded Game Boy, use code PINK for 20% off. RetroRemaster.com. Only lasts for the rest of the stream. Or until 4 p.m. because that's when I have it automatically stop, because I forgot. Or because I'm probably going to forget to turn it off. So, yeah. Anyways. I'm gonna stand for a little bit and have terrible posture. Whoa. That meatball sandwich that I'm gonna have after stream is gonna be even more delicious, though, now that I'm probably actually gonna be able to pull through on this. Why did I decide to do the super long stream on a 90+ degree day? For the love of the game? Are you calling me Austin Evans, or did I miss him chatting? You can definitely see young 27-year-old by the posture. No, I have a terrible back, and sometimes when my back hurts, like it kind of does right now, it feels better to have bad posture for a couple minutes, and then it starts to hurt again, and then I straighten out. It's like, just need to do a little chicken dance. And it helps. Forgot that screw on both of these. Oh, and I also have to do that because there's a camera. Oh, 7th inning stretch. Here, I'll have good posture. Oh, yeah. That was fun, going to California, hanging out with Austin and the gang for the day. I think I just have this console right over here, right by the mic. I'm definitely cooling down a bit because of the standing. And also not having a really warm screwdriver in my hand. Still a bit warm, but it's better. Okay. Little sitting break. Okay. It's hard to do some of them when you can't see, so go back over to the ones I can see for a second. Yeah, I can't see those. I just need to rotate these. Then I can see them all. Okay. I said I can see them all a little too confidently. Only 100 more screws to go, and that's not an exaggeration. What's funny is whoever said only 200 screws to go was not far off. I don't know if that's funny or sad, actually. I think that's all of them. Quick screw check. All of them internally. Okay. Woo! Woo. Yes. That. Flip her over. I didn't put the thing in. I'm gonna be honest, really losing steam right now. So I think since I have about 54 screws. And these ones on the new shells are really annoying. I am probably gonna call it once I get them all flipped over and the second halves put on. So I might even, I did test them all. Yeah, I'm getting too hungry. It's almost 3 o'clock, man. I think I can eat lunch and finish this later. I'm gonna list them all now. I'm not even gonna, I was gonna do all this to all 9 of them. I can do that after lunch. I appreciate everybody coming out. I'm going to list these now because it sounds like a couple of people want in. I'm getting distracted by emails. Okay. Now, just give me products, collections, and N64s. We got... I'll have to list the original shell one later once it's done because I don't have like good pictures of that. But we've got a clear purple going up. I will say the only thing with the listings is they have the old pictures still where I used to trim the shells, and now they have the 3D printed black pieces. The top down. These guys, so they all will look like this, which is a much cleaner look. Because my trimming skills were never that great. We got the purple one up. Red one up. Smoke black. The clear black is up. We have two jungle greens up. Extreme green. The Mountain Dew yellow green color up. Also, there's like a 10-second delay, by the way, on stream. Regular clear. Is up. And clear sky blue looks to be the last one, which is the one that had the most chatter. That is now up. Refresh your N64 pages. That top link in the description. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then again later I'll have this one up once it's fully done and I can get pictures of it, because I don't have any pictures of one where I've done this original shell before, at least not one that wasn't cracked. So I want to redo them because this isn't cracked. It's got some scratches too that I feel like should be shown off in the listing. 40 screws per console. Yeah. Seems about right. And I cut a few corners. 1, 6, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22. I think I only do 22 of the screws because I leave all of the ones for the thermal pads out because there's no reason to really remove them. So 22 times 9 is a number that I'm not going to do mental math for. Yeah. Plus, putting the external screws on the shells, the new shells, is really rough because those screw heads, the freaking game bits, have no grip to them. But anyways, all but this one are available now, retroremaster.com. And I'll just leave it up till 4. For the next hour, if you use code PINK at retroremaster.com on the pink Game Boy Pocket, the pink Game Boy Color, or the pink Game Boy Macro, you get 20% off. Take advantage of it because it's a good deal, and 20% is a lot off. Probably not going to do 20% very often because after last stream, I was like, Wow, 20% off was more than I thought. And I kind of slightly regretted it, but not too bad. 198. It's a lot of screws for cutting corners. Anyways, yeah, I'm getting really hungry. I'm losing steam. So I appreciate everybody for coming out and watching. Very successful stream. Please go watch my Etch-a-Pong, my Etch-a-Sketch Pong machine video. I will link it in the chat for everybody to just click on and watch. Even if you watched it already, give it another watch. Be greatly appreciated. Copy link address. There it is. Click on that video. Have yourself a good time for 9 minutes and 20 seconds. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday on the second channel for a video that I'm not aware of what it is yet. I don't even know what I'm doing for the main channel video, the next main channel video. But if you want to see it, hopefully a week early, maybe just like 5 days early, hit that join button down below. I just had an accent there for a second. Join the mod squad. It's $5 a month. You get early ad-free videos, somewhat ad-free videos. Anyways, peace out. You will watch because you were a bad dog earlier. Good dog, bad dog. Watch it, please. Thank you. It was a sponsored video, and I need them to think that it was a good video.